Welcome everybody. In this episode, we're going to talk about making requests to our web server using different HTTP methods. The easiest way to do this to test your software is to use a tool such as Postman, which is a fabulous tool, and I'm going to show you guys how to get that installed and use it. Eventually, you will most likely have a front-end application such as a React application that will make post requests or whatever method to the backend server. But if we're just trying to make the backend endpoints, we don't necessarily want to go through that whole setup process. So having a tool like this comes in very handy. This video is sponsored by FileStack, which is a powerful API to upload, transform, and deliver any file into your app. So if you're working on an application that's going to be very file oriented, this might be the tool for you. Simple to use with JavaScript and mobile applications, as well as having a lot of transforming capabilities for images. Check them out. I will drop a link down below. So to get started, head over to postman.com, and under product you can go to get started free and download Postman, whatever operating system. This should be available on Mac as well. There is also a web version of Postman if you want to give that a try. However, I haven't actually used it too much, and I'm not really sure the experience with local applications. So let's go ahead and just go with the download version for this series. So we'll open this and go through the installation process. Here's some more information on the web client, so you can check that out if you're going that route. Once Postman launches, you have the option to skip the account process and just go straight to the app. Now, if you want to put this in dark mode, you can head over to settings and then under themes, choose dark, and to me that's a lot easier to look at. Now we are within a scratch pad, which basically allows us to test things, and it's nothing serious, but if you want to basically build a collection of multiple API calls to test out your backend, you can organize those within a collection and easily call each one of those to make sure it's working correctly. For us, we'll just stick with this here, so we're not going to worry about the collections right now. So let's go ahead and create a request, and we can drag this over to hide all of that information. So let's go ahead and put the URL here, http://localhost:3000. Go ahead and hit send, and we get a response, hello world. So if we take a look back at our code, we are hitting this response. If we want to hit this one, first we have to make sure we are running the most up-to-date server, so close out of that, npm run start. Now I do want to show you how to make it automatically restart the server here in just a second, but first let's go ahead and test this with a post request. So we'll go to this drop down, choose post. You can see some of the other options there as well. Hit send, and now our response is this is a post request. So we were able to successfully get this response here. Now I want to talk about how we can automatically restart the server whenever there is a code change. That way we don't have to close the server and then restart it. To do this, we're going to say npm install Nodemon, which is a tool that will basically watch to see if any saves have been made and cause the server to be refreshed. Now, you should be able to use Nodemon either by saying Nodemon and then whatever file, such as source/app.js. If this does not work, then you can also say npx Nodemon and then the file. And you can see that this actually started the application, so that is working. So this can be brought over to our package.json. So changing this start to say npx Nodemon and then source/app.js. So we'll save this, and you can see, well, for one, it restarted the server, but let's go ahead and just close out of the running server, and we will now say npm run start, and the command now is npx Nodemon source/app.js, and that works. So anytime we change our files, such as an app.js, if we added an exclamation mark and saved this, it'll restart the server and we'll automatically see those changes. Another important thing to know is that if you have a package.json file for your app, you could omit the main script entirely, and Nodemon will read the package.json for the main property and use that value as the app. So in our example, the source/app.js is the value for the main property. So in theory, we should be able to remove this here. And now when we say npm run start, you can see the shortened command, and then the server has started. So it seems to be working. That's your brief introduction to Postman and Nodemon, two useful tools that we're going to be using throughout this series. Stay tuned for the next episode in this series. Peace out.